Umar Nurmagomedov versus Bekzat Almakhan. Looking at these two, this is going to be the biggest one, I believe, of the night. Look at Nurmagomedov as minus 1,200. Whoo, buddy. Why is he so high? Nobody wants to fight this guy. Nobody wants to fight Umar. Nasty kicks, great combos, great defense. He's wrestling Khabib. Like, this dude is training with the best, one of the best to ever do it. So his wrestling is just going to outclass most everybody. He's got very loose hips too, which is something I noticed, which is very impressive and we don't see often. Sure, everybody can kick. Some people have really good kicks, but you can see it coming. His kicks are so fast and he's able to just turn his body so quick. It's really incredible. His kicks have very, 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 very much impressed me. Bekzat, you'll see a lot of NAs with this guy. I couldn't even get a freaking reach on this guy. I couldn't even get what his reach was at. UFC Stats doesn't have it. I clicked a whole bunch of pages on Google, couldn't find it. Not a lot about this guy, but what I could find, the videos that I did find of him, this is not a simple walk in the park for Umar. And especially if anybody's taking this fight where they can't find these UFC vets to take it, but you're getting this guy, and I believe this is his first fight to come into the UFC. If he's got the balls to come in and take on Umar, like, don't completely count this guy out. He's quick on the trigger. Like, he will just throw instantly. He's got KO power, vicious hands. He's mentally fast. He's able to process very quickly. The biggest thing I see hurting him is going to be this grappling disadvantage. I just don't know who in the UFC can do it, let alone a guy who hasn't been facing UFC level competition. I think Umar ends this one early. I can't believe I can get the KO sub combo at minus 125. This is my last KO sub combo, guys. I'm going to go straight method after this, but with some of these numbers, they're just so astronomically high. You just have to get out of that some way. I think he's able to end this one early. If Bekzat can make this to a decision, I mean, that is going to be incredible for him. But I just see Umar just being too good and overpowering him. I want to say sub, I really, really do, but something tells me that TKO is there, that he might just ground and pound the heck out of him too. Bobby, what do you think?
Another fight I can't really disagree much with. Umar being Habib's cousin. Obviously, Habib a legend. We all know everything there is to know about Habib. But Umar his grappling hasn't really been tested in his young UFC career, so we haven't gotten to see as much of that as we have Habib's, obviously. But what is there that we have seen would be 2 rear naked choke finishes in his 4-fight UFC career and 1 KO body kick and punch finish and then a unanimous decision finish. So he's got 2 subs, 1 KO, and a decision in 4 UFC fights. 2 of those finishes came in round 1. The other finish came in round 2. So looking at Almakhan, like we were saying, a lot of NAs, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of is this guy fighting in somebody's warehouse surrounded by piranhas and sharks, and the loser gets fed to him by some Dr. Evil style villain or something. I do see that he has 1 loss, and that loss was back in 2020 by a choke. Now, this does not specify what choke because the man of mystery has to remain mysterious, and I don't even... Bushido, Kazakhstan, FC3 was where it came from. So I love the Bushido. What can I say? And I don't even know what choke it was. Did he choke his chicken? Was his chicken choked into submission? It just says choke. That's very generic. So what I'm getting at with this is, once again, my pants are unzipping, my dong's on the table. I like the idea of a combo, but I don't like how it's at a minus.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say, why not sub at plus 140? This guy has 1 loss. It's by a choke. We don't know what type of choke. I'm saying Umar knows a lot of chokes, and I think he's the guy to do it. Yes, his grappling, I think, has not been tested, but I also think his grappling, being in that lineage and being the caliber of fighter that he has shown himself to be in his young career, I believe that he has Khabib level grappling, and I believe he can use that to give Almakhan another sub loss. Once again, his kicking and his striking game is amazing, and it's probably the best out of any of those Dagestani guys that are in that Khabib camp that I've seen. But I'll just go sub just to take the sting off that money line at plus 140. And yeah, that's how I feel.
Umar, another one of those undefeated guys. Going these next two fights also have undefeated guys. I'm leaning sub 2. I'm just a pussy unlike you, so I'm glad that you took it, Bobby.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listening to cash out, that's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover old spot from the bottom to the top, hey. Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.